A very good morning to all the viewers out there. We are here live from the picturesque Colombo University cricket ground for the game between HNB Assurance and Sitrek Group. The 6th MCA Fair First F Division 20-over League Tournament 2026. HNB Assurance, the group toppers, been unbeaten this season, winning 4 out of 4, whereas Citra Group, they played 3 games and are yet to secure their first points. We've had a couple of days with light showers, but today it's bright and sunny. It looks brilliant for a good game of cricket. It's an all-important game for both teams, especially Sitrek. They need to get off the mark. They need to get a couple of points in today's game. So we've got Yureshka down at the center with the 2 captains for the toss.
It's another beautiful day here at University Grounds, Colombo. So we are about to witness another cracking encounter of Mercantile Division cricket tournament. HNB Assurance takes on Citra Group. So before the proceedings, joining for the all-important toss, the match referee Mr. Ajit Vasanta, toss the captain of HNB Assurance, the captain of and the captain of Citra Group, Nipun Piris. So the home team captain Duranjana Vijayasinghe will flip the coin. Here's his score. It's tails. So HNB Assurance won the toss. So Duranjana then Kasi Jaya ගන්න එක තමයි මොකක්ද මුලින්ම කරන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ.
අද මුලින්ම පන්දුර පහර දෙන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා.
හේතුවක් නැද්ද අද දවසේ පන්දුර පහර දෙන්න?
නෑ අපි පළවෙනි මැච් දෙක අපි පළවෙනි මුලින් පන්දු යවුවා. මැච් දෙක ඊට පස්සේ පන්දුර පහර දුන්නා අපි හිතනවා ගෝල් එකට හොඳ ටෝටල් එකක් දාලා ඩිෆෙන්ඩ් කරන්න ඒක නෑ සැලසුම.
තරඟ 4ම ජය ගන්න එක තිබෙන්නේ කණ්ඩායමේ අද දවසේ වෙනසක් සිදු වෙනවා ඒ නිසාම
කණ්ඩායම වෙනස්කම් දෙකක් සිදු වෙනවා. අපි හැම තරඟයක්ම කණ්ඩායමේ වෙනස්කම් කර බැලුවා. දැන් අද කණ්ඩායම වෙනස්කම් දෙකක් සිදු වෙනවා. අපි ඊළඟ තරඟ වලට යද්දී නවකවුට් ස්ටේජ් එකදී අපි මොන කණ්ඩායම අපිට යූස් කරන්න කියන මොඩම ඔප්ෂන් එකක් දීලා තියෙනවා.
බොහොම ස්තුතියි සුපත්මත් තරගයට. නිපුන් පිරිස් කාසිය වාසිය පරාජයට පත් දැන් මුලින් පන්දු යවන්න තිබෙන්නේ කොහොමද තරගයට කණ්ඩායමේ සූදානම?
සූදානම් හොඳයි. පන්දුර පහර දෙන්නේ ඊට පස්සේ ගින්න පවන්නේ ඉතින් බෝල් ගන්න නැත්නම් බැට් ගන්න නැත්නම් මොනවා කරන්නත් හොඳින් ක්‍රීඩා කරන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා.
HNB Assurance කණ්ඩායම ශක්තිමත් කණ්ඩායමක්. ඉතින් මොන වගේ ලකුණු සංඛ්‍යාවකට උන්න සීමා කරන්නද ඔය කණ්ඩායම බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ? විශේෂයෙන්ම ඔබ කණ්ඩායමේ පන්දුවේ ශක්තියත් එක්ක.
ඔය හොඳ කණ්ඩායමක්. මේ තරගය ඒගොල්ලෝ නරඹුවා. ඒගොල්ලෝ ඉතින් පන්දුර පහර දෙනවා, පන්දු යවනවා. ඉතින් අපේ පන්දු යවන්න මම විශ්වාස කරනවා උන් ලකුණු 140කට 150කට ආසන්නව
So we had a slight stoppage, but we're up and running, back live. Punpiri the skipper, opening the bowling for Citra Group. Dasis Panchanayaka and Dulanjana, the skipper of HNB Assurance, opening the batting. HNB winning the toss and electing to bat first, coming into this game after a dominant performance with the bat in the previous game against Commercial Credit. Batting first, they got 191 for 6 and won the game fairly easily. So they're going to need an important start here with the new ball. This time down the leg, that's called a wide. Just straight down the leg, Nipun Piris. Running in, bowling some gentle medium pace to Dasis Panchanayaka, the former Royal skipper. This time worked on his pads, will get a single, he gets off the mark. Dasis, that's 4 runs already on the board. Dasis getting a promotion from the previous game. Batted in the middle order, but this time getting to open. That is Dulanjana. He's been brilliant throughout this season. He's leading the runs for HNB Assurance. This time he's skied it. 2 fielders running and falls in no man's land. He survives a rather loose shot on that occasion. It was not that short, just on a good length, seaming away. Got the top edge and almost got the big wicket in the first over. So it's good stuff from the bowler, Nipun Piris. 40 matches, 43 innings, 45 wickets, best bowling of 6 for 18 and a good economy rate of 5.75. This time aerial, but will go down to deep square leg. We'll get a single.
ශක්තිමත් කණ්ඩායමක්. ඉතින් මොන වගේ ලකුණු සංඛ්‍යාවකට ඔවුන් සීමා කරන්නද
That's 6
ඔබේ
runs off the
කණ්ඩායම
first over.
බලාපොරොත්තු විශේෂයෙන්ම ඔබ කණ්ඩායම
HNB Assurance after winning the toss and batting first. Dasis Panchanayaka, 38 games, massed 1,000 runs, high score of 137, 200s and 650s, an average of 29. Is a really good prospect, a really talented young player, Dasis Panchanayaka. So run Vaidasekhar to open the bowling. Gentle medium pace, this time just nudged down to the offside, no run. It's a fairly slow start from the two batters, not looking to go on the attack in the first few overs. But it will definitely be very crucial for both teams. Sitrek Group will want to get early wickets. They'll cross over for a single. Leg by, says the umpire. So it's been a brilliant start from Citra Group. They've not given anything on offer for the two batters out there. They bowled on really good lines and lengths. They kept it tight in the first few balls. But this man here, Dulanjana, he will be looking to free his arms. He'll want to take on the bowling. He'll want to get a blistering start for his team. Once again, good bowling. perfect example of bowling to his field. It's got a deep mid wicket in place and is been brilliant with his lines and lengths. So good start from the Sitrek Group bowlers. Only given away singles, not a single boundary yet. So it's brilliant from the two bowlers from Citra Group. Once again, that good length, but you can't really free your arms. That's his Panchanayak. He's on 2 off 7. Just nudge down to short mid wicket. We'll get another single. It's only been singles this morning. They're gonna need to take maximum use of this power play. The two batters out there. Dasis at the moment faced 8 deliveries, just got 3 runs, and Dulanjan has faced just 3 balls. So he'll be looking to take on the bowling. The question is when and who is he going to target? This time wavered, bowling down the leg side, will be called a wide, but they also cross over for single. So that's 2 runs to the total. Wicketkeeper not being able to gather that, but one of those rare wavered deliveries from Ruan White this year. He's been pretty good from the very first delivery, but this time just strained down the leg. So going to be vital runs for HNB. Shot pulled, got protection down there. Another single to the total. So 12 runs at the end of the second over, HNB Assurance. So Nipun Piri, the skipper, will continue. Bowled a brilliant first over. This time floated outside off stump, going for that expensive drive, but straight to the field and no run once again. Thus is Panchanayak. He's not found his timing today. Shot outside off stump, mistimed again. But they do cross over single this time. So it's only been singles. Not been anything on offer. The two batters haven't been able to free their arms. Dulanjana this time just faced the 3 balls. He'll be targeting this bowler for sure. Down the leg side once again. Wide call by the umpire. So crucial extras, crucial runs for HNB Assurance in this power play. This time now wrapped on his pads. Loud appeal, but things sliding down the leg side. So umpire says runs, so it looks like Dulanjan has got a bit of bat on it. Shot outside off stump. No timing for Dasis Panchanayak. This time down to third man. Another single. So the game plan from HNB Assurance, by the looks of it, is I think bat the 20 overs, but They've been pretty dominant in this tournament. They've won 4 out of their 4 games. That time shot and pulled. And this time it's in the gap and it rolls over for 4. So that's the first boundary off the bat of Dulanjana. That's the start they needed. Dulanjana pouncing on that loose ball. Nipun Pires this time dragging it down. Score moves on to 20. So that's exactly what HNB Assurance needed. Nipun Pires, he's got deep mid-wicket in place. He can't afford to be bowling short balls with square leg up in the circle. That's a better line, that's a better length from Nipun Pires. That ends the third over. HNB Assurance 20 for no loss. Ruan Vaidyasekara into his second over. Bowled a brilliant first over. Conceded just 5 runs. Oh, that's a brilliant ball. Good lengths, good carry to the wicket keeper. Is definitely getting some extra bounce off this Matin. But on the other hand, Dasis Panchanayaka, he hasn't been able to find his timing today. I see that extra bounce. A good take from the wicket keeper. This time wavered once again, missed by the wicket keeper, but they don't cross over for a single, but they'll get a wide. So Sitrek have been brilliant with the ball, but they've also conceded a few extras that have helped HNB Assurance batters rotate the scoreboard. But other than that, they've been brilliant with their lines and lengths. They've not given anything on offer. As he once again bowled into his field. The batters not been able to free their arms. This is Panchanayaka playing first class cricket currently. He's more used to playing on grass wickets, but today on the Matin he's not finding his timing. Oh, extra bounce. Once again, good stuff from Ruan Vaidyasekara. He's generating some extra pace and extra bounce. There's he once again. Dasis Panchanayaka trying to go for that cut shot, but just bouncing too much. He's also not a big lad, Dasis Panchanayaka. Short in stature. So that extra bounce will always trouble batters like him. This time pulled off the back foot. Mid-on will cut it down. Be just another single. So 6 or rather 7 from 16. That is at the moment. Just the couple of runs in this over. Once again, honing on those good lengths and good lines. Ruan Vaidyasekara not giving anything on offer to Dulanjana. A batsman like Dulanjana, he's waiting for those loose balls. He's got a third man and a deep mid-wicket in place. 3 fielders on the offside. Fine leg up. So he's got to be very, very disciplined with his lines and lengths, Ruan Vaidyasekara. Once again, brilliant ball, brilliant stuff from Ruan. That ends the 4th over. HNB Assurance 22 for no loss after winning the toss and batting first. So Nipun Peris, the skipper, will bowl his third over. For that expensive drive, once again hitting it straight to the fielder. So that is Mansha Naik getting a little frustrated out there. 7 off 17. Shot outside off stump. This time he cuts it into the gap. That will run down to the boundary. A rare loose ball from Nipun Peris, and thus is Mansha Naik finally finds his timing. Got it off the middle of the bat. Pitched short and outside off stump. And that's just a hit me ball. This is Mansha Naik. He'll feel good after that shot. Definitely boost his confidence. This time innovating and he gets it in the gap there. See once again. Adds back-to-back boundaries for this is Mansha Naik. That's brilliant stuff. He's definitely boosted his confidence. Definitely found his timing after that first boundary. This time moving to the offside and then playing a short arm jab towards square leg, the vacant square leg field. So back-to-back boundaries for Dasis. He moves on to 15 now. Pitched up, got the field out there. Dropped a sweeper cover down to the boundary. It's been a good over for HNB Assurance. They've got 9 runs off 4 balls in this over. It was a rather slow start from them, but now they've started to get going. A much better line, much better length from Nipun Peris. He needs to end this over well. He's conceded 9 runs, but he's been brilliant. He's only conceded 22 off his 3 overs. So he needs to end this over well. Wide call by the umpire. Just strained down the leg side a little bit. So a good over from the HNB Assurance point of view. They got 10 runs off this over, with 1 more over remaining in the power play. Good running. Made that 11 off that over. So that's the end of the 5th over. HNB Assurance are 33 for no loss.
Yeah, 5 overs completed. HNB Assurance won the toss and they decided to bat first. If you go back into the tournament, they have won 4 out of their 4 games they played. So they have enough room to make all the changes. And meantime, another boundary. Pierce the gap between short fine leg and square leg. It was 2 straight from Ruan Vaidyasekara. It was swinging in. It got the inside part of the bat and went in between those 2 fielders for another boundary. In the last over of the power play, only 2 fielders are allowed outside the 30-yard circle. Is Ruan Vaidyasekara, 20 matches, 22 wickets. A very good economy rate considering the modern day T20 cricket. The batters go hard at the bowlers. A very good comeback delivery by Ruan Vaidyasekara. He's pulled back his length. Slowly these two batters finding their rhythm. They're finding their timing. They had a slow start. They were struggling to find their timing. A slowish delivery, right on slot, and that's the first maximum of the day. Dulanjana Vijayasinghe, here's the replay. A slowish delivery, right on slot. And the batter, who is in sublime form, has no hesitation, just going over the top of mid-on. Easy pickings for Dulanjana Vijayasinghe. Very good delivery. So beaten outside the off stump. Look at that reply. It was angled in. Once it pitched up, it was straightened up. Dulanjana Vijayasinghe was completely deceived. Again, very good delivery. That's a brilliant start from HNB Assurance. They got through the power play. The one more delivery left. Comes one by the Sekara. And got the inside edge. Could have easily chopped onto the stumps, but it's a lucky escape for Dulanjana Vijayasinghe. And that's the end of the 6th over and the end of the power play. HNB Assurance 44-0. Ajit Kumar is the new bowler. Another medium pace bowler. So far it's a very good power play for HNB Assurance. They got through without losing any wicket. Comes Ajit Kumar. Started off with a foolish delivery. The right hand left hand combination has so far worked really well for HNB Assurance. Here comes Ajit Kumar. Another full delivery. He got the protection at the long on boundary, just a single. Dasis Manchanayaka, the former skipper of a Royal College. So far he has struggled to find his timing, but he kept rotating the strike and keep the scoreboard moving. That could have been the first one. Here's a replay. That was dropped by the wicket keeper. That should have been taken. Again, short wide outside the off stump. Just cut away the sweeper cover. We say catchers win matches, so Citra Group. I need to get your chances. Dulanjana Vijay Singh could have been the prize wicket. Here comes Ajit Kumar. So far bowled really well. Another full one. Hit it straight to extra cover. It should have been put away by Dasis Manchanayaka. Let's try to sweep that delivery. It was a slower delivery. 7 overs done. HNB Assurance 47 for none. For HNB Assurance, going around 7 runs per over is a very good foundation for them to go for a big one. But we never know. Cricket is a funny game. Just 1 over can change the entire momentum of the game. Pasan Arunalu is a new bowler brought into the attack. Another gentle medium. Full wide outside the off stump. Dulanjana Vijay Singh went hard at it, but there was protection. Dulanjana Vijay Singh is striking the ball really well. Seven overs done, but slowly they're changing the gear. HNB Assurance. As Dasis Manchanayaka. It should have played through the offside. Went across the line. It tried to pull that from outside the off stump. It tried to sweep it, but it didn't have enough room to sweep that ball. Full toss. That should have been put away. He could have hit that any part of the ground. He was in two minds whether to go for that single or not. Dasis Manchanayaka. So far the story for him. He's struggling to find his rhythm. On the other hand, Dulanjana Vijay Singh is a rock solid out there, striking the ball really well. Went straight up, but falls in no man's land. Seems it's a lucky day for Dulanjana Vijay Singh. He's living dangerously. With a full delivery. He tried to flick the ball, but got the leading edge. With that, 50 comes up for HNB Assurance. Again, another full toss. And a single down to long on. The 8 overs done. HNB Assurance at 51 for none. Ajit Kumar continues from the other end. Again, another full toss. A fumble down there at deep mid wicket. Another boundary. The fielder should have done better than that. He got to the ball. There's a replay. It was a loosener from Ajit Kumar. He got a bad bounce there. He took the eyes off from the delivery at the last moment. Every run is vital. Hit it straight to the fielder. Another chance going down. And that's Panchanayaka. They swept it. Straight to the fielder. It was hit hard. You need to take those. A wavered one from Ajit Kumar. Umpire signals wide. The boundary and a dropped catch has put him under pressure. Another full delivery. The misfield at extra cover. Another single to Dasis Panchanayaka. Here's a replay. That should have been stopped. Comes Ajit Kumar. Another wide down the leg side. That took off. Both a batter and the wicket keeper was surprised with that. That was hit hard by Dulanjana Vijay Singh. Another wide down the leg side. 3 wide deliveries have been bowled this over. Thus, Panchanayaka is on strike. 24 of 30 deliveries. Worked it towards long on. Comes Ajit Kumar. Again down the leg side. Another wide delivery. Ajit Kumar has struggled to find his line and length. This is what a right hand left hand combination can do for you as a bowler. A full toss. Another boundary. The hit me was written all over it. And another boundary to end the 9th. HNB Assurance 65 for no loss at the end of the 9th. Again, full outside the off stump. Hit straight to sweeper cover. Dasi Swansanayaka is rotating the strike really well and brought the striker Dulanjana Vijayasinghe back into the strike. He is in a very good form. He's the top run getter for HNB Assurance. And a full delivery. There's not enough pace to work. Pasan Arunalu bowled a very good first over. Just conceded 4 runs. (67) for no loss. They're almost getting to the halfway mark in the first inning. Get a lawful toss. Pick the gap, another boundary. That was suicidal. Bowling full tosses against the strong Dulanjana Vijayasinghe. He's in a full flow today. 33 of 25. And team HNB Assurance 71 for no loss. This is a very good platform. He set the tone to go for a big one. Comes Pasan Arunalu. Again full. Went straight over the bowler's head. One bounce for another boundary. That was dead straight from Dulanjana Vijayasinghe. The umpires checking the delivery, checking the ball. Here comes Pasan Arunalu. 2 consecutive boundaries have conceded. Went it straight up. That was brilliant. That was the skipper, Nipun Piris. An extra cover. He was running back. That was not an easy catch. A much needed breakthrough for Citra Group. They finally got rid of the informed batter Dulanjana Vijayasinghe. HNB Assurance loses their first. That's the end of the very good first wicket partnership. 75 runs. They set the platform. Dulanjana Vijayasinghe departs for 37. A brilliant inning comes to an end. Captain's knock. HNB Assurance 75 for 1. a refreshment break is having. The last delivery coming up in the 10th over. We are almost at the halfway mark. Lahiru Sitpriya is a new batter. Is joining the party with Dasis Panchanayaka. The last ball coming up in this over. Lahiru Sitpriya, 20 matches, 762 runs, 1 century and 5 half centuries. Decent average. And finished off with a dot. 10 overs completed. HNB Assurance a 75 for 1.
So at the halfway stage of the inning, HNB Assurance are sitting pretty on 75 for the loss of 1. They started slow, but courtesy their skipper, they are now 75 for 1. The foundation has been laid, the tone has been set for a big total. They've got 9 wickets in hand. They've got a set batsman in Dasis Panchanayaka as well. Bowling change, Damit Costa into the attack. Right arm off is short. It's been pulled down towards square leg. The batters are running for 2. They'll get back safely. A better throw, and Dasis Panchanayaka would have been in trouble. But nevertheless, 2 crucial runs for HNB Assurance. Dulanjana Vijay Singh, the skipper, departed in the previous over for a well-made 37, 5 fours and a 6 in his inning. Fearless batting from him. Got out to a rather loose shot rather. But Lahiru Sitpriya, the number 3 bat for HNB Assurance, has got a lot of work to do here. Damit Costa, much better ball, better comeback from him. Rather slow through the Damit Costa. Dasis Panchanayaka on 28. So a sweeper, long off a long on. A deep square and deep mid wicket in place for Damit Costa. Flighted up, but hit straight to the fielder once again. So Dasis, he's playing the waiting game. He's rotating the strike, playing the anchor role for his team. Loud appeal from the bowler, but the umpire says not out. Clearly bouncing over. So 3 dot balls already in this over. Flighted up once again. Going for that big shot, but getting the inside edge. The crossover for a single. It's a good over from the Sitrek point of view. Only conceded 3 runs off this over. A ball to go. At this rate, HNB Assurance will get to 150 easily. But with wickets in hand, they'll definitely try to target at least 160, 175 to make sure that they got the game under control. So a dot to end a good over. HNB Assurance 78 for 1 after 11 overs. So this is Panchanayaka unbeaten on 29. Nipun Pires has brought himself back into the attack. He's already bowled 3 overs. He will finish his quarter of 4 overs now in the 12th over. He bowled 3 overs in the power play. Was brilliant. Was pretty economical. Shot pulled down towards mid wicket, but just a single. He's got protection out there. It's going to be a very important over for both teams. If Citra Group can get the new batter out, it will definitely put the brakes on the run scoring. But if HNB Assurance can rotate the strike and hit the loose balls to the boundary, they will definitely be in the driver's seat. So third man sweeper, long off, long on and deep mid in place. He goes big. It's in the air. And it's out of here. That's a brilliant shot from Sitrek to get off the mark. Just picked it up off his pads and dispatched it for 6. As see once again on his hips, and he helps it over the deep square leg field for a very good 6. So he gets off the mark with a 6. Sitrek means business. Sensible batting from Lairu. 6 and then rotating the strike. That's a sign of a very good player. Sitrek. Already 8 runs off this over. 3 balls to go. This is Panchanayaka on 30. Swing and a miss once again from Dasis Panchanayaka. He's struggled to pick those good length deliveries. Can't blame him. He's played most of his cricket on grass wickets. But on the matting, he's a little too early. Playing those cross-batted shots, but this time heaves it over. There's a fielder getting underneath and he departs. Thus is Panchanayaka. He's mistimed yet another delivery, but he's got 30. He's done the job for his team. HNB Assurance have lost both their openers in the span of 3 overs. This time, thus is Panchanayaka for 30. There you see once again, outside off stump, tried to drag it over long on for a 6. But got the elevation, didn't get the distance. Good catch from the fielder. Thus is Panchanayaka. Departs for 30, HNB Assurance, 86 for the loss of 2. So 2 new batsmen at the crease for HNB Assurance. Passing the Patum, the new batter. Sitrek just walking in. There's 45 games, 1,495 runs, 96 being his highest. Good average and a brilliant strike rate. Pass to the Pathum. He'll need to get his team to a formidable total. He's coming into bat with 8 overs to go. Nipun Peris, the skipper of Sitrek, has picked a wicket. He's bowling his last ball of his quota. Full driven, hits the non-strikers and stumps. So that's a dot to end the 12th over. HNB Assurance 86 for the loss of 2. So 8 overs remaining of this inning. HNB Assurance winning the toss, batting first. In a good position this time. Damit Costa continuing. Short outside off, some cut towards sweeper cover. We'll get a single. Ruchit Priya. So these two batters have got their work cut out. They need to make sure they bat the next 4-5 overs. They can't lose another wicket in this situation. They can't lose more than 2 wickets. They need to keep rotating the strike. Damit Costa. That's edged. It's running down towards the boundary. No, it will be cut down. It'll be 2 runs. Pass to the Pathum. Will get off the mark with that streaky edge. So important runs for HNB. They need to make sure that they keep the scoreboard ticking. They can't afford to play a lot of dot balls. Once again, another single. So that's good batting from the two batters. They've understood what's needed from them. Cut short outside of some cut to the field and get a single. This time coming down the track. Good stuff. Very sensible from both batters. They've got 5 runs effortlessly in this over with minimal risk. Pulled straight to a deep mid-wicket field. A bit of a change up from Damit Costa, a right arm leggy on that occasion. But Citra Group, they wouldn't mind this. All they need to do is not give away boundaries. Coming down the track once again, will get that single. Slight misfield, and that will help the batters get 2. So that's 8 runs off Damit Costa's second over. HNB Assurance 94 for 2 after 13. So bowling change from Citra Group. Pramudita Vikramasinghe has been brought into the attack. He took a brilliant catch a couple of overs ago to dismiss Dashish Mansanayaka. He's not bowled much. He's just bowled in one inning. Another right arm medium pace bowler from Citra Group. Short outside off stump, cut straight to the field, but they'll get a single. So the message is clear from HNB Assurance. They're going to be rotating to strike every ball, and on any given opportunity of a loose ball, they'll definitely pounce on it. Full toss, heaved down towards the leg side. That'll be one bounce for. So this is poor bowling from Pramod Wickramasinghe. You can't give those kind of balls to a batter of this caliber. The vacant deep mid wicket field, just bouncing inside. So that's a welcome boundary from Live Sitrek. Shot again, cut away down to the boundary. We get another single. That's the 100 up for HNB Assurance in the 14th over. Started slow, the two openers, but when they got their eye in, they accelerated and found their rhythm. Another full toss. This time it's out of here. That's a 6. So it's a big over for HNB Assurance. The second full toss of this over. The second boundary, this time even bigger. Poor bowling from Pramod Wickramasinghe, who's already considered 12 runs off his first 4 balls. Slap back. Would call that a half chance, but difficult chance for Pramodita. It was hit straight back at him. Got a hand to it, but wasn't able to hang on to it. That's poor from the wicket keeper on the location. First it was poor from the bowler bowling down the leg side, and then the wicket keeper. This is just a poor all-round cricket from Citra Group. As he strained down the leg, and the wicket keeper missing a rather straightforward ball. That's 5 extra runs for HNB Assurance. So this is the big over that they were waiting for. This is the big over that they needed. $18 runs already off this over with the ball to go. Full toss once again, hit back. Down to long off. You get another couple. So that's a big over for HNB Assurance. They get 20 runs off it. And after the 14th, that should be 114 for 2. Damit Costa to continue. He's been brilliant. He's bowled 2 overs, just conceding 11 runs. He's done a pretty good job with the ball. Cut away down towards the boundary. We'll get another couple. So Citra Group are right now leaking runs. We can't afford to be doing mistakes on the field. Passing the Patum on 12 off 7. Flighted, he's lofted that up. There's a chance. Oh, the fielder didn't look like he would get to that ball. Those are the chances they need to hang on to. Citra Group, they need to make sure they take all their catches. The game is slowly but steadily sliding away from their grasp. I see good bowling, flighted it up, invited the big shot. But the batsman to make a false shot, but the fielder wasn't able to hang on to it. Another good ball from Damit Costa. A bit of turn on the occasion. Good batting, rotating the strike, keeping the scoreboard ticking. At this rate, the projected score is 160 for HNB Assurance, but the way these two batters are going, they definitely look to get more than that. Short cut away, another misfield from the Sitrek fielder. Is that a boundary? Good stuff from the field at Super, but the field at point. They've been very, very sloppy on the field, the Citra Group fielders. There's it through his legs. And he managed to stop the ball with his leg. So that's the end of the 15th over. HNB Assurance are 2 down.
Ajit Kumar brought back into the attack. Last couple of overs, the Citra Group started to leak runs from both ends. We are into the last 5 overs. HNB Assurance so far have set a brilliant platform to go hard the last 5 overs. Can hit straight to the bowler. He somehow managed to get a hand. This comes down the track. Very well fielded down there. Deep mid wicket. Another 2 runs to HNB Assurance. Lahiru Sitpriya, who loves to go hard at the ball. Both of these batters are striking the ball really well. Lahiru Sitpriya 19 off 13. Here comes Ajit Kumar. Another foolish delivery outside the off stump. He blasted it, but didn't got the timing right. Another boundary, hit straight back past the bowler. That was right on slot. Couple of bounces into the boundary. This is brilliant ball striking from HNB Assurance. Ken went down the leg side. Did very well by the square leg fielder Damit Costa. And that's the end of the 16th. HNB Assurance 130 for 2.
Here's the match summary so far. HNB Assurance won the toss and they decided to bat first. 130 for 2. On top, Dulanjana Vijay Singh and Dasi Spanchanayaka. Both of them got starts. They were unable to convert them into the big ones. And Pasindu Patum and Lahiru Sitpriya is having a nice little partnership here. And the last 4 overs. Here comes Damit Costa. He came down the track and tried to go straight past the bowler. But just a single. Got the inside edge. He went too hard at the ball. And no real timing. Lahiru Sitpriya came down the track and goes over long on for a maximum. Here's the replay. He got to the pitch of the delivery. Just went over long on. What a strike. Damit Costa into his last over of his spell. Again came down the track and hit it straight but falls in no man's land. Just a single. 8 runs off 3 deliveries so far. Another single. Pulled the length back. Damit Costa. $139 for 2. Again, Lahiru Sitpriya came down the track. Just a single. They got to 140. They're definitely, with remaining 3 overs, they are looking beyond 170 for sure. Again, passing to Patum. That's a biggie. That goes a long way. Another maximum. Here's the replay. Came down the track. It went a long way. And at the end of the 17th, 146 for 2 HNB Assurance. Three overs remaining. Ruwan Vaidyasekara brought back into the attack, into his last over of his spell. Can he provide a breakthrough? Citra Group. Can hit it straight to long off. Just a single. Both of these batters are striking the ball really well and they look to go big. They have 8 wickets in hand. A lot of big hitters are yet to come. It's pushing for 2. They easily made it. It's a very good running between the wickets. It's a very good intent from both of these batters. They run the first one hard. They always look for the second. $149 HNB Assurance. What a shot that was. Absolutely brilliant. Right into the side screen. That was hit on the up. That was not a too full. It was a nice pickup shot from Lahiru Sitriya. Beg your pardon, passing to Pathum. What a strike. Shot of the day for me so far. Here comes Ruwan Waidisekara from round the wicket. Very good comeback. Was premeditated. Tried to go for that leg side. A 40 off 20 passing to Pathum. Strike rate is almost 200. And very good comeback. 2 dots in a row. Again tried to go for towards leg side. For 9 runs so far in this over. Another 2 runs to end the 18th. 11 of that over. HNB Assurance is the replay. So open the face of the bat, and that could have been stopped. .157 for 2 at the end of 18. This is brilliant batting display from HNB Assurance. All 4 batters at the top of the order went past 30 runs. This is a brilliant partnership. Ajit Kumar back into the attack. What a shot that was. A brilliant improvisation from passing to Pathum. That is from Lahiru Sitriya. Went across towards the off stump and swept it over square leg. He saw there was no fielder down there at deep square leg. A brilliant awareness from the batter. They got to 160. And that's the end of Lahiru Sitriya. He played a brilliant cameo here. 35 off 20. A much needed wicket from Ajit Kumar. As Lahiru Sitriya departs for 35. 161 for 3. That's another single. Got a single straight away and broad. Passing the Pathum back into strike. He's running hard. Dasun Abevardhana was a new batter. Brilliant running between the wicket. Passing to Pathum is 6 runs to his half century. The projected score is a 178. He skied it up and falls in no man's land, and they went for another couple. Brilliant running between the wicket again. Eleven runs came off this over so far. One more delivery to go. He got the single. Let's hit it down to long off, and that's the end of the 19th. HNB Assurance 169 for 3. The last over is coming up. Passing to Pathum. He's on strike. He's on 47. He's looking for his half century. HNB Assurance definitely looking for 180 with 169 on board. Here comes the last. A very good delivery to start off with. Pramudita Wickramasinghe. So far bowled 1 over. It was an expensive one. Conceded 20. Here comes passing to Pathum. Went straight over the bowler's head. And a maximum to bring up his half century. What a brilliant knock. 53 of 26 comes. A foolish delivery. Brilliant hit. A brilliant yorker from Pramudita Wickramasinghe right into the block hole. He's pushing for 2. The throw went for the wrong end. At 3 runs away from 180. Another maximum. It was a big hit. And that brings up a 180 for HNB Assurance. A full toss. It's a waist height full toss. It's a gift for Pasindu Pathum. It's a man who's in sublime form. Another 2 deliveries left. It goes hard again. A fumble down there, deep square leg. Another 2 runs. Passing to Pathum. Just keep the strike. The 185 score is brilliant from HNB Assurance. And that concludes the inning of HNB Assurance. A 186 at the end of the 20 overs. By just losing 3 wickets. What a brilliant inning played by Pasindu Pathum. 64 of 31. Citra Group need a 187 to win in 20 overs. There's a batting card of HNB Assurance on top. Dasis Panchanayaka and Dulanjana Vijayasinghe set the tone with 30 and 37. Then Lahiru Sitpriya scored 37 and Pasindu Pathum, the star performer of HNB Assurance, has put the icing on the cake. And with the support of a 17 extras, HNB Assurance got to 186 at the end of their 20 overs. Brilliant batting performance from HNB Assurance. And here's a bowling performance. Nipun Peris, Ajit Kumar, Pasan Arunalu got a 1 wicket each. Every single bowler went expensive on the spells. They got 3 good partnerships, HNB Assurance. And Citra Group requires a 187 to win their 20 overs. It was a brilliant batting display from HNB Assurance. They started off slowly, but finally they got to a big score. And we'll be back after a short break with a Sitrek Group run chase.
So HNB Assurance versus Citra Group in the 6th MCA Fairfax F Division 20-over league tournament 2026. HNB Assurance winning the toss, choosing to bat first. They put on a mammoth total of 186 in their allotted 20 overs. Citra Group need 187 to win. Got a big task in hand for Citra Group. 187 from 120 balls. HNB Assurance was brilliant with the bat. They put on a mammoth total of 186. Courtesy some big hitting from Pasindu Patum. Unbeaten on 63. HNB Assurance topping the group, winning 4 out of 4 games. They showed exactly why they are a strong team. Winning the toss, smashing the balls to all parts of the ground. They're in the driving seat at the moment. Couple of early wickets and the game will be sealed. Here comes the 2 opening batters of Citra Group. Got an uphill battle for Sitrek. They need to start off well. They need to make sure that they capitalize on the first power play, the first 6 overs. Get a good start, put their team in a good position, and then carry on from there. So by the looks of it, Dasis Panchanayaka is given the new ball. Bowls slow left arm orthodox. He opened the batting a little while ago, made a well-made 30. Supported his skipper Dulanjana Vijay Singh, put on 75 for the opening wicket. Dasis Panchanayaka got a deep mid-wicket and a long on in place. And we're all set for the run chase. Citra Group need 187 of 20 overs. Flighted outside off stump. It's a good start from Dasis. It's a slow left arm orthodox. It doesn't give any pace on offer for the batters. Once again, it's upish, but falls just short of the field. It's a packed offside field. If the batter is gonna score runs off on the offside, he's gotta go over the field. So that's the invitation from Dasis Panchanayaka. This time working off his pads, will get a single. He gets off the mark. That's first runs in the run chase for Citra Group. Ruwan Vaidyasekhar and Pramudita Vikramasinghe, the 2 opening batters for Citra Group. Ruwan Vaidyasekhar getting off the mark in the previous ball. This is Panchanayaka, 35 innings, 26 wickets, best bowling of 4 for 17. A very good economy rate, 3.98. So he's also a handy bowler. That time Pramudita will be disappointed. He missed out on a good opportunity to score runs, good opportunity to get off the mark. 4 innings, 22 runs, best of 15 not out. Fairly a hint of turn to end the first over. Sitrek Group 1 for no loss. One by the Citra, 25 innings, 773 runs, high score of 134, average of 32, strike rate of 144, 50s and 100. So a lot of experience from one by the Citra. Definitely an important cog in the Citra Group batting lineup. They'll be depending a lot on him for a brilliant start. Tariq Nazia will share the new ball with Dasis Manchanaik, another left arm bowler, 65 innings, 97 wickets. So he's bringing a lot of experience as well. Best of 4 for 9. Once again, clipping it off his pads. Looking for 2. Will settle down just for 1. So 1 wide the Citra. Getting his eye in. This is on 2 runs. Pramodul Wickramasinghe will definitely need to capitalize on this power play. Very crucial one for Sitrek Group. Short missed out on that occasion. Once again, Pramudita. The previous over, he missed out on a similar delivery. This time as well. Could have easily pounced those kind of balls to the boundary. This time going across the line. And he gets off the mark. It's been a quiet start for Citra Group, chasing 187. Tariq has got long on and deep mid wicket in place. The 2 fielders out in the power play. Oh, brilliant bowling. Getting a hint of turn, both bowlers. Not afraid to give the ball some air. Inviting the batter to make a false shot. There you see, flighting it up, making the batter play. Once again, 1 by the Citra. That's the 3rd time he's done that, and 3rd time he's got a single off it. HNB Assurance wouldn't mind giving away singles. And he goes for the big shot. There's a fielder underneath it. And he takes it. So that's the first wicket for that Sitrek Group. The loose. Pramudita Wickramasinghe. Tariq has struck in his first over. Gave the ball some air. Invited the big shot. And got the top edge of the batter. He had the right field set for exactly that shot. And a very good catch from the fielder. Those are not easy catches. So that's the first wicket down. Sitrek Group 4 for 1. So Citra Group chasing 187, are one down already. Another brilliant ball from Tashish Manchanayaka. This is not the start that Sitrek Group wanted, but this is exactly what the HNB Assurance skipper needed from his two bowlers. This time going over. That's a brilliant shot. A very safe shot. No one down there, and that will be the first boundary for Sitrek Group. Off the bat of Ruan Vaidyasekara. That's poor bowling. He's got his feel on the leg. You can't afford to bowl outside off stump. So that's good intentions from Ruan Vaidyasekara. They're going to need a lot more than that, Sitrek Group. Once again flighted, but this time straight a line. A dot ball. It's a good comeback from Tashish Manchanayaka. He's going to need to keep things tight. He's got a deep mid and a long on in play, so he's got to make sure he bowls in a midland leg line. Time short outside off stump, gets an inside edge, but another dot ball. So every dot ball is going to pile up on the pressure for Citra Group. Got the boundary of this over, but they've not been able to make it a big one. Shot again, that's aerial, over the field, just over the fielder. Oh, that's poor from the fielder there on that occasion. That's another boundary. Got a couple of boundaries in this over. There's his shot outside off. Some poor bowling once again. He had all intentions of going over the field. And yeah, he could have done better than that, the fielder. But nevertheless, it's another boundary for Ruan Vaidyasekara. The score moves on to 12. Goes for that sweep shot. That's in the gap as well. That's running down to the boundary as well. That's the big over they needed. 3 boundaries in the Tashish Manchanayaka over. The score moves on to 16. Ruan Vaidyasekara means business here. This time straying down the leg side, opting to go for that sweep. No one there. In the gap and 4. So good over from the Sitrek Group point of view. 16 for 1 after 3 overs. Tariq to continue. Sitrek still needs 171 runs more to get. New batsman Damit Costa, number 3 bat for Citra Group. He was brilliant with the ball up until his last over, where he conceded a couple of sixes and gave away 16 runs. But other than that, he was brilliant with the ball. This time he goes over, or has it gone over? He's missed time. He had been caught at mid-off. Rather simple chance for Tashish Manchanayaka. So that's the second wicket down for Citra Group. They're just losing their way in this run chase. Damit Costa. The shot was on. The field was up in the circle, but just didn't get proper connection on it. So good catch from Tashish Manchanayaka. That's the second wicket. Damit Costa departing for a duck. 16 for 2. Tariq has got 2 for 3. Oh, almost chopping it onto his stumps. First ball. 171 more needed. Citra Group, but it's still got a mountain to climb. Looks like an uphill battle from here. Good bowling once again from Tariq. Been very tight. He's been brilliant with his lines and lengths, creating pressure with every ball he bowls. Once again, ball into his field. Yet another dot ball. So every dot ball is going to pile up on the pressure for Sitrek Group. They can't afford to play dot balls. They can't afford to lose wickets. They need to look to rotate the strike and keep the scoreboard ticking. Shot outside off stump. Cut straight to the fielder once again. So that's a wicket maiden from Tariq. 16 for 2 at the end of the fourth over. So we see the first bowling change of this inning. Pasida Pathum, the star with the bat, has been given the ball. Right arm, medium pace. Ball in the 5th over of the power play. HNB Assurance clearly dominating this game from ball 1 after winning the toss and choosing the bat first. And now got a couple of early wickets in the power play. Bowled a wicket maiden as well. Pasida Pathum. Wild heave from Ruwan Vaidyasekara. Be rather disappointed on missing out on a foolish delivery. Pasida Pathum has got deep mid wicket and long on in place. Full driven, but good stuff from the field on that occasion. Brilliant stuff. We just get a single. So HNB Assurance right now in the driver's seat. Looks fairly a one-sided game. Citra Group has to get the act together. They need to. Get the single down to long on. Singles are not going to help Citra Group. They need to get the boundaries. They need to get those big overs coming. Wild hoik across the line, but the extra bounce misses the ball due to that extra bounce. So clearly frustrating the batters right now. That's a very good bowling from Pasida Pathum. Bowling to his field. He's got a long on in place. He's making sure that the ball goes down there. I mentioned earlier about how crucial it's going to be for Citra Group to capitalize on this power play, but I also mentioned that it's an important power play for HNB Assurance, and clearly HNB Assurance have come out on top. Another good delivery. A good delivery to end the 5th over. HNB Assurance clearly dominating.
And the last over of the power play, as we mentioned, chasing down 187. It's Tariq Nasir. That's the third. He tried to sweep the ball straight at one. Here's a replay. Look at that. The flight delivery. Pitched on middle stump. And it was straightened up. Easy decision for the umpire. Citra Group a 3 down for 19. Struggling at the moment, chasing down 187. We have mentioned how crucial it is to get a good start in the power play. And here comes the skipper Nipun Piris. But on the other hand, what a spell this Tariq Nasir is having. 2 overs and 1 delivery. 3 wickets for 3 runs. He's turning the game for HNB Assurance. A left-handed batter, Nipun Piris, has a huge responsibility. Also is playing under pressure here. 3 wickets down for just 19. We are in the 6th over. The required run rate is beyond 11 at the moment. That was a sharp turn. Slow through the air, Tariq Nasir, not giving any room for the batters to free their arms. It's very good bowling from Tariq Nasir. Again, look at that. He slowed it down further. Nipun Piris, 55 matches, 778 runs. Highest score is 80. Left the ball alone. So wicket off the first ball and 3 dots in a row. Brilliant over from Tariq Nasir. Another one. The Sitrek Group is losing their way in this run chase. Solidly behind it. A wicket maiden from Tariq Nasir. What a spell he's having. So the power play is done. Yeah, at the end of the 6th over, Citra Group a 19 for 3. And here's the equation. So almost doubled the number of deliveries left. 168 requires from 84 deliveries. The required run rate is 12 runs per over. They need some more boundaries here, Citra Group, to get back into this game. Isuru Sampath is the new bowler brought into the attack. A single to start off with. Here's Isuru Sampath, 27 matches, 37 wickets, an impressive economy rate. The best bowling is 4-4-5. It's a genuine wicket taker. So HNB Assurance has got the start they wanted and they look for wickets. Again, slow through the air. You can see the packs offside field. Short third man, backward point, cover point, and extra cover. The plan is clear. Just keep bowling outside the off stump. And keep bowling dots. And make the batsman do the mistake. Again, straight into the fielder's hand. This is brilliant bowling. Brilliant execution from Isuru Sampath and HNB Assurance. Again, another dot. So 4 dots in a row. So Nipun Piris is struggling to get off the mark here. So 8 dot deliveries displayed so far. 9 dots on trot. Again, that came back. 7 overs done, just 1 run off the over, 20 for 3. Tariq Nasir into his last over of his spell. And it was 2 straight. Push for a single towards long on. Pasan Arunalu. Comes Nipun Piris, the left-hander. As usual, left-handers would love to go against left-arm spinners. We'll see. Can Nipun Piris take on Tariq Nasir? He's on a brilliant spell. A wide delivery called by the umpire. Nipun Piris tried to sweep the ball. A short fine leg is in place. You can see a slow through the air. By the 8th over, and we haven't seen any intention of the batters to go for runs. Finally, Nipun Pace, he got off the mark with a single. Sound short, fine leg. It took 12 balls, so almost 2 overs to get off the mark. Citra Group made 164 of 75 deliveries. Required run rate is 13 at the moment. The game is almost slipped away from them, especially with the way HNB Assurance is bowling. There's 2 more deliveries left of his spell. Tariq Nasir, it's a brilliant one. Sloppy fielding at cover point, and allowed the batters to go for a second. 2 runs taken. Here's the last delivery of his spell. Took the outside edge again. Another misfield. It goes for the boundary. Against the run of play. The end of the 8th over is 30 for 3, Sitrek Group. That's how the runs have been scored so far. Citra Group is going way below the HNB Assurance at this stage. Isur Sampat to continue. Left alone. 13 runs to get. And surprisingly, the batters have been left alone. The required run rate goes up with each and every single dot ball. So 157 off 70 deliveries required. Here comes Isur Sampat. Okay. A slowish delivery given width, but couldn't time the ball. 3 dots in a row. Push for a single down to sweeper cover. Behind the 9th over, There was no slip in place. Dulanjana Vijayasinghe, the skipper, they should have a slip with the way these two batters are going at the moment. Have no intention of going for the big shots at all. So put a slip in, bring another fielder into the circle. Again push for another single down to long off. And that's the end of the 9th over. Citra Group 33 for 3. Here's the batting performance so far of Citra Group. Ruan Vaidyasekara on top, 17 or 17. The rest of the batters have lost their way. Just one extra. The bowling has been extremely disciplined from HNB Assurance. 33 for 3 at the end of the 9th over. They're in a deep trouble here, Citra Group. Milind Sanjay, right arm leg spinner, started off well, got the liner length spot on. Just pulled away for a single. That's protection at long on. Just a single. Singles are not going to help Sitrek Group. They need big shots. Again, very good delivery. The batters have no answers at the moment. The bowling has been extremely disciplined from HNB Assurance. Going slightly down the leg side. A half-parted appeal from the bowler. Again, you can see the sharp turn. Nipun Piris, skipper of Citra Group, is on strike. So for all the batters, struggle to find their timing. Has worked away for another single. And that's the end of the 10th over. Citra Group 35 for 3. And that's the drinks break. The end of the halfway mark. So far it has been a quiet 10 overs for Citra Group. So 152 runs required from here on. 15.2 runs per over is required. At the end of 10 overs, 35 for 3, Citra Group.
So Isuru Sampath to continue. Worked on his pads, we get a single. It's been good, Isuru Sampath, 2 overs, 4 runs. No intentions at all to chase the score down from Citra Group. Current run rate just 3.5. Chasing 187, so both batters not looking to enforce any big shots and score runs. So looks like they've already given up Sitrek, but I think they're just trying to bat the 20 overs and get as much as possible, because at the end of the day the net run rate will come into play. But Sitrek are yet to get off the mark in terms of points. Once again, a flighted delivery, but another dot ball. Pasan Arunalu is 7 of 17. 151 needed of 58 balls. Uphill task for sure from now on, but no intensity at all. Catch it is the call. Just breaks through the hands of Isru Sampath. Crossover for a double, rather. So against the run of play on that occasion, a big shot, or rather an attacking shot from Pasan's bat, just going through the hands of Isru Sampath. This time hit back to the bowler, another dot ball. Just 3 runs off this over. Isru Sampath has only conceded 7 into his third over. This time push towards long on. We'll get a single. Skipper Nipun Peer is unbeaten on 10 of 20. Brilliant ball from Isru to end his third over. Citra Group 39 for 3 after the 11th over, as the players will take drinks. So 9 overs to go. Citra Group are chasing 187 at 39 for the loss of 3. They're not looked good with the bat. Milinda Sanjay, bowled a good over. This time cut away in the gap. We'll get 2 runs. Pasan Arunalu will get a couple. Milinda Sanjay looks a brilliant bowler. Got a nice and easy action. Got a great load up. Gives a lot of revs on the ball. As he once again getting a hint of turn as well, not making it easy for the batters. Interesting to see what kind of plan Citra Group got from the dugout. Looks like they've been asked to get moving. They've been asked to get the scoreboard ticking. Need 146 more runs still. They need a lot more than singles and doubles. Edged. And we'll get a single. So good stuff from the HNB Assurance point of view. Milinda Sanjay have been brilliant. Going for that expansive shot, but not connecting it and falling just short of the field. Isru Sampath. So the message is clear from the Sitrek dugout. They need to get moving now. Swept and swept in the gap. That's a boundary. Finally, Nipun Peiris has found the boundary. They finally got to move on. They need a lot more than that. Citra Group. They need to pick their bowlers. They need to pick the gaps. I see down the leg side on that occasion and sweeps it fine. That ends a good over for Sitrek. 47 for 3 after the 12th. Isru Sampath to continue. Flighted outside off stump, but dragged to the leg side. That's in the gap. That's another boundary. So message is clear. Intentions are clear now from Citra Group. They have started to get going now. Is it a little too late, or will it work in their favour? Picks the gap perfectly. Pasan Arunalu. Flighted again, coming down the track. This time there's protection down there. We'll get a single. So the 50 came up with the previous boundary in the 13th over. It's going to be an interesting battle here. Isru Sampath to Nipun Peiris, the left-hander. He's got a slip in place, so not afraid to attack. Pushing it on the offside, no run. HNB Assurance, they know 1 wicket here and the game is done and dusted. They know if they could get the opposition skipper's wicket. That's in the air, but they'll cross over for a single. So they've got the scoreboard ticking, they've got the runs coming. Citra Group, but only time will tell if it's a little too late or not. was a very close call there for the umpire, but nevertheless it's given not out. Flighted once again, mistimes it, and it's yet another dot ball. It's just 6 runs off this over with the ball to go. Got a boundary off the first ball, but not been able to capitalize on it and make it a big over. That's the previous ball, flighting it up, inviting the big shot, getting a bottom edge. That's clipped off his pads. Will get a couple of runs. So 8 runs off Isru Sampath's over. He finishes his spell on 16. Citra Group 55 for 3 after 13 overs. So that's the equation. 134 to get off the last 7 overs. Sitrek Group still chasing the game. They've been chasing the game from ball 1 since they lost the toss. In the Sanjay will continue. Pull down to deep square leg. Will only get a single. Still got an uphill battle. Got a mountain to climb here. 132 runs off 42 balls. It's not going to be an easy task. But the plus point is they've got wickets in hand. So they can take that extra risk. They can take that calculated risk. And they're going to need a lot more than singles. That's heaved straight to the deep square leg field. Nipun Piris has been caught down at deep square leg. Went for that big shot. The pressure was building. The dot balls were piling. The run rate was increasing. The shot was on, but got elevation, but not the distance. And it's a brilliant catch from Pasithapathum down at the boundary. So that's the big weight of Sitrek Group skipper Nipun Piris. He departs for 19. Sitrek 57 for 4. So the new batsman Kanchana Malinta for Citra Group. Required run rate 20 runs per over. Near impossible task at the moment for Sitrek. HNB Assurance will be pretty happy with the way they've gone about their game today, with bat and with the ball. have brilliant ball. Brilliant stuff from Milinda Sanjay. So final ball coming up of the 14th over. Worked off his pads towards short mid wicket. We get a single and get off the mark, Kanchan Malinta. So 58 for the loss of 4 after the 14th over.
basketball court area. Then ini serang deh.
So change of bowling. Pashin Patum has been brought into the attack. He took a brilliant catch in the previous over to dismiss the opposition skipper. Bowled a single over. Just gave away 3 runs. That 2 was in the power play. Was brilliant with the bat. Hit smashed the bowlers to all parts of the ground. Now he's been given the responsibility to finish things off with the ball. 6 overs to go. Sitrek needing 129 runs. Near impossible task for Citra Group. Driven. Oh, misfield. Sloppy work from the field on that occasion. Isul Sampath bowled a brilliant quarter of 4 overs. Was unlucky not to pick a wicket, but this time sloppy on the field. They wouldn't mind it, to be honest. Through his legs. This time down the leg side, will be called a wide. It won't hurt them. Boundaries and sixes will, but singles, wides, extras, they won't hurt them at this situation of the game. Hassan Arunalu, he's been there for quite some time. Full toss picked up well and hit towards the deep square leg boundary. There's no fielder there, and that will run down to the boundary. So Passan Arunalu has occupied the crease for quite some time now. He's seen the ball pretty well. He's going to need to take the responsibility and go for those shots if Citra Group are going to have a slight chance of chasing this score down. Pashin Patum bowling a full toss previous delivery, trying to slip in that Yorker, missing his length. This time short, and it's pulled, same region, and it'll be 4 more for Passan Arunalu. Finally, he's connecting the ball well, connecting the ball as well as he would have wanted to. Gonna need a lot more than that, Passan. He needs able support from the other end as well. Already got 9 runs off this over. They got 3 balls to go. They need to make this a big over. Required run rate 21.8. So a change of field. They've pushed back the deep square leg fielder. And this time French card gets an inside edge. And that will run down to the boundary as well. So that's 3 back-to-back boundaries for Passan Arunalu. This time quite fortunate to get an inside edge. Seamed back into the batter. Got the inside edge. No fine leg on the boundary. Very valuable runs. So 13 runs off this over with a couple of balls to go. Is this the big over that Citra Group needed? Hit towards mid-wicket region. Will get a single. So one more ball coming up in this over. 14 runs off it. Kanchana Malinta faced 4 deliveries, scored just the 2 runs. That's a good finish to the over. Citra Group will be happy with that over. 15 runs off that over. Citra Group 73 for the loss of 4 after the 15th over.
This is how the runs have been scored. Sitrek Group hasn't got going at all since the start of this run chase. They had a mammoth task in front of them. Right inside the power play, they lost their way. 127 of 5 overs. That was Dasi Smanchanayaka is brought back into the attack. Seems Pasan Narunalu is retired. Ajit Kumar is a new batsman in. Comes Dasi Smanchanayaka, the left arm orthodox spinner. And for a big shot, but it falls in no man's land. Just another single for Citra Group. A lawful toss from Dasi Smanchanayaka. Another single. HNB Assurance don't mind giving away singles at all. Yeah, inside the last 5 overs, you can try to cut away. I missed it completely. Ajit Kumar is a new batter. There's no room for the batter to free his arms. Dasi Smanchanayaka is again a wild swing from the batter. 16 overs completed. 77 for 4, Citra Group. Here's the equation. 110 runs required of the last 4 overs. They need to go 27 runs per over. It's not going to be possible with the intent which as shown by the batters. Abhishek Jayavira, Josephian, used to open the inning previously. Yes, Abhishek Jayavira is a new bowler. Slow through the air. Try to go for that pull. Short, wide and cut away, but there is sweeper cover. HNB Assurance won't mind giving away singles at all. And a brilliant catch. Abhishek Jayavira. Abhishek Jayavira, he jumps for joy. Kanchana departs for 6. Ayantha is a new man in for Citra Group. Still 108 runs behind. Just 1 match, 2 runs. Still a fresh player for the tournament. Comes Dulanjana Vijay Singh is make sure he get the field. Spot on. Here comes Abhishek Jayavira. Slow through the air. And what a good over. 17 done. Citra Group a 79 for 5. Is the equation 108 required of 18 deliveries. Goodness me. They need 6 of every single delivery from now on. Comes Dasis Manchanayaka. Ayantha is on strike. Dasis Manchanayaka into his last over. Swept along the ground. Another single down to deep square leg. The score moves up to 81. The game has not done yet, but literally it's out of reach for Citra Group at the moment. Another single. A wild swing. He got the top edge. The batter had no idea where the ball goes. Just ran with the shot. Stasis Panchanayaka. Another top edge. This goes for the second. Here comes Dasis Panchanayaka. That's a slider. Went on with the arm. Dhulanjana Vijayasinghe with the gloves are behind the wicket. Again, a nicely driven. That was protection. Just a single. And that concludes the 18th Citra Group 85 for 5. And here's the equation. 102 of 12 deliveries and the last 2 overs. Another new bowler comes into the attack. Muhammad Rahmatullah Muhammad Nasir. The new bowler. It's a wayward one. Muhammad Nasir. Another wide delivery. Again, another single. This game has done for Citra Group 99 of 11 deliveries. It's almost out of their reach. Another single down to long on. An umpire signals no ball. Here's a replay. Here comes Milinda Sanjay to complete the over. Again, look at the turn. The batters have no answers against Milind Sanjay. 3 overs have been bowled. 1 for 13. Another good delivery. Again, another wild swing. Again, another wild heave. Tried to go over deep mid wicket, and that's the 19th over. 19 done, 91 for 5. Citra Group. "96 runs requires in the last over, which is almost out of reach." Sitrek Group. Comes Abhishek Jayaveda to bowl the last over. Started off with the boundary. That's a good strike. Swept over mid wicket. Deep mid wicket was in couple of yards inside the boundary. Here comes Abhishek. Again, went across towards the off stump and pulled away for a single. Another wicket to Abhishek. Catch was taken by Dasi Swanchanayaka. Ajit Kumar is the batter to dismiss. Comes the last 3 deliveries of the game. Abhishek Jayaveda. Another dot delivery right into his pads. And the last 2 deliveries. Again, quicker delivery, short, and pull away for a single down to deep mid wicket. Here comes the last delivery of the game. And a single down to deep mid wicket. And that's the end of the game. It's a comfortable win for HNB Assurance. Citra Group just managed to score a 98 of their 20 overs. Abhishek Jayaveda finished off his spell 2 overs, 2 for 9. It's an 88 runs victory for HNB Assurance. It's a convincing one. I played 5 games and it's 5 out of 5 for HNB Assurance. They had a brilliant first round of the Fairfirst Mercantile F Division cricket tournament. A brilliant performance overall from HNB Assurance against a Citra Group. As a team celebrating their victory. And here's the highlights of the inning. We saw a few shots played by Sitrek Group players. There was no real intent from them. They kept losing their way. They tried to play shots. There were a few boundaries. There's no real intent from Citra Group. They keep playing dots. And here's a wicket, so tumbling in regular intervals. Here's a brilliant spell bowled by Tariq Nasir. And some sloppy fielding from HNB Assurance as well, which caused them some boundaries. Some good shots played by the skipper of Citra Group, Nipun Piris. They tried to change the gear, but they kept losing wickets. Here's a wicket of Nipun Piris. And few shots have been played by Pasan Arunalu. But other than that, there's no real effort from. Here's the first wicket of Abhishek Jayavira. And here's the final wicket to fall for the day. Here's the batting performance of Citra Group. Pasan Arunalu scored 32, is retired hurt. And Nipun Piris got a 19 of 30. And Ruwan Vidyasekar scored 17 of 17. The rest of the batters haven't contributed much, and look at the discipline of HNB Assurance bowlers. Just conceded 5 extra runs, and at the end of 20 overs, Citra Group just managed to score 98 runs at the loss of 6 wickets. Here's the bowling performance of HNB Assurance. Tariq Nasir on top got 3 wickets in the power play. Abhishek Jayavira at the latter part of the inning got 2 wickets, and Milind Sanjay got 1 wicket. And the rest of the bowlers bowled economical spells, and the 20 overs they managed to restrict Citra Group for 98 runs. The HNB Assurance won by 88 runs in a very convincing fashion. So that's it for the first game. We'll be back live with another game here at Colombo University grounds. So stay tuned with Sporty.lk.